Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Regaton. Let's buff up and clear out the market square once again.
Whatever comes next,
Here.
be ready.
You require my unbiased
Something wrong?
opinion? I'm always open to ideas.
Did the world just forget me?
You are my favorite aide.
Alright, if we go this way, we should find one of the first new fights. I think.
I'm gone.
Get a seal up front. Then again, I could be
We
mistaken.
do it my way.
Can we retreat
Oh,
already?
there they are. Alright, let's pull back. Also, speaking of swarms, I don't remember if I read the description for this item, the Swarmbane Clasp. But Obrecht's DLC, well, he starts with one, of course, but his DLC area has a few more that you can find. And they are fantastic. An ancient fossilized insect lies trapped within this ornate amber clasp, impaled by the long golden pin that fastens the wearer's cloak. The wearer's weapons, unarmed attacks, and natural attacks deal full damage to swarms, regardless of the swarm's immunity to weapon damage, if any, although damage reduction applies as normal. If the wearer is damaged by a swarm, they automatically succeed on their saving throw against the swarm's distraction ability. So the rat swarms aren't immune to weapon damage, but later on we'll fight insect swarms that are, and those Swarmbane clasps come in very handy.
Mind over muscle.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. You won't survive me.
I think that's all of them. I still hear squeaking, but we're out of combat.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, the rest of the fights should just be plagued horses. No more swarm spawn.
A bright future awaits us.
I'll take care of it.
If I remember right.
Yeah?
Ask nicely.
Are we in trouble yet?
Anything new?
Yet another obstacle.
Don't hold back!
I'll remove this obstacle.
Alright, good job, team. I have to come back here and speak to this guy. The eyes of a young lad peer out at you from under the massive helmet. At this proximity, it is obvious that his armor is ill-fitting and mismatched, and the helmet specifically is either very poorly made or a theater prop. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does this mean that you're a friend of Aranka's? What am I saying? Of course it does. So, there's no way for him to know I didn't kill her and take it, but Desnans do seem to be fairly trusting. And who are these mysterious characters? The young man's speech is interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Iomede's Inquisitors appear from all sides, surrounding him. Adept Thall of the Temple of Desna, you're under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet, and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Prelate Halrund appears behind his people. And here's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. You didn't think that the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? The youth's eyes go wide and he says nothing, fully not knowing what to do. Demons are running amok all over Canabras. Now's not the time for settling scores. On the contrary, now's the perfect time to catch the demons' accomplices while they're overconfident and letting their masks slip. So you can't just hand Wallflower over to the Inquisitors. If you do that, you cannot unlock the Azatas mythic path. You're torturing this poor boy for nothing. I can't stand for this. The Inquisitor's brow furrows. You bear the gift of heaven, and you're taking the side of a delinquent and a conspirator. So if you didn't use the light of heaven previously to settle Holrune down, this option won't appear. So either you have to fight Holrune or hand Wallflower over. There's no other option. I reveal the light of heaven. Heaven knows not only righteous anger, but mercy as well. The Inquisitor gazes at the light, not even blinking. His face reveals a desperate inner struggle. At last, he rubs his temples. I do not know why you're standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish to start a spat between the goddess's righteous warriors in this hour of peril. Let this destined riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as it's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from the demons, I'll see to it that every one of Ramian's runts and everyone like him will be driven out of Canabras. Come, faithful. We have no further business here. The young man lets out a sigh of relief as he watches the Inquisitors go. This is just blatantly unfair. We try to protect the city from demons, and instead of helping us, we get hunted by the Inquisitors. Scarlet Holrune will be the death of us all, and there's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I'd have been done for without you. The Inquisition has gone too far. I'm glad I didn't let them take you. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Holrune if it wasn't for you. I would have been tortured and put to death. But even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far, trying to break into the Wardstone, and we didn't even save anyone. Chin up, pal. Now, you screwed up royally, no doubt, but you meant well, didn't you? Holrune was trying to do the same thing as you, but he killed a whole lot of people while doing it. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on all that has happened. Holrune somehow teleported over here. Actually, can I talk to him again? The Inquisitor gives you an appraising look. Well, what brings you to me?
I'm gone. We do it my way.
There should be more plagued horses up here, and I think more spawn over this way.
Endure this!
Clawing time.
Cover me, all right? Can't you just die already?
I'm off.
Maybe not. Pretty sure they spawn in one more location, but I could be mistaken.
My skills are absolute. I do what I must.
So we could go in here and deal with the rest of the Azatas quest. Let's go and do that.
I'm gone.
Oxaranka and Thall sit side by side, like sparrows on a tree branch. They seem happy despite the chaos going on around them. If it isn't our rescuer, it's good that you've come. Sit with us. Stopping for a minute won't hurt, so I'll gladly sit with you. The items share a conspiratorial look. We've decided to give you a gift. A special gift. One that we would never share with anyone, except for the person who risked his life for ours. We didn't just take a stand against evil, but against injustice under the guise of the law. Our gift, Ranka cuts in, is a song. We call it Starward Gaze, and it came to us from the true servants of Desna from her domain in Elysium. The song can gift a soul with renewed vitality. Just listen. She sings the melody. A song bestowed from one above is a generous gift. Ulbrich bows his head and folds his hands in a gesture of respect. May the light of Mother Moon never fade. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song for something else? Say, cash, or even a snack of some kind. She returns the nod and keeps singing. So we are lawful good, we have to remain lawful good to be, take more levels of Paladin. But taking one chaotic option is not going to change our alignment. Sing the song after Aranka. You repeat the melody, feeling it coming from somewhere within your heart. And then, when the music stops, Donald finds himself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabras. It all happens in the space of a blink. He closes his eyes on one world, and reopens them on another one entirely. A delicate twilight envelops this new world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Donald is standing in a shallow stream of a murmuring water deep in a forest. There is no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees, and dangling from their branches are vines, woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grasses spreads out at the tree's roots, with islands of phosphorescent moss and lichen dotted here and there. Small, smooth stones, with a strange mirrored surface, are scattered across the stream bed in which Donald is standing. The stones catch the light shining down from the heavens, making them gleam silver and making the ordinary little brook look like a stream of darkness, carrying a sprinkling of stars through the night. Donald is sure that he has never been to this place before, and yet it all feels so familiar. It is the manifestation, not of dreams or fantasies, that special way of looking at the world that only children possess. When a glint of light reflected off a piece of glass becomes a fallen star, when an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact, and when every shadow or twist in a path promises mystery or an incredible adventure, a single glance into the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Donald unhurriedly makes his way along the stream bed, taking in his surroundings. The whimsically twisting stream runs through the silent forest, and Donald unhurriedly strolls along it. This place evokes a strange feeling of not calm, no, in fact quite the opposite. A feeling of restlessness and anticipation of incredible discoveries or unexpected encounters. Or then again, perhaps it's not the place at all, but the eternal hunger, the craving for new experiences which dwells within many mortal hearts. Speculation aside, just as Donald rounds the next bend, an unexpected encounter does indeed take place. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping from branch to branch, or flitting through the air. The creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxonomist on the planet. And one has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, another has the tails of a dozen different animals, and while a third boasts tresses of streaming water, hooves instead of feet, and springy clover growing all over its skin. "We have a visitor," exclaims one of the strange creatures, and it immediately runs along the stream, sending up moonlight-silvered splashes with every step. Where am I? Don't you know where you are? asked the creature in amazement. There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astonishing wonders, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty, from the belief in wonders. That is where you are, in the most peaceful, most wonderful corner of the plain of boundless freedom. Who are you? We are Azatas, the children of freedom, says one of the creatures, fearlessly swinging from the branches of a tree. This forest is our home, for today. Tomorrow our home could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the azure ocean, or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze. How did I get here? We don't know how you came to be here, says the creature with the dozen tails smiling. Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime. But here you are, which means that something must have brought you here, or must have brought you, excuse me. Something in your soul. If your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning and compassion, you never would have found your way here. Now that you know the answers, tell us. What do you want? I have to go back. They need me there. The creature with the butterfly wings, who has hitherto remained silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you've come from. It clings to you. It is right that you don't wish to turn your back on the suffering of those you left behind. None of us children of Elysium would do such a thing. Go back. Be a bulwark against evil and strife. Your path is true. But would you like to take something from this place as a memento? The question hangs in the air, as though the words that Donald utters next are merely words. Not a spell or military command. They seem to have equal bearing on destiny and life. Yes, I really want to. The Azatas draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans until you've conquered evil within your soul. And your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. Take our song. Remember it, and it may help you. But only when you are true to that which brought you beneath this sky. All three adepts look at you wide-eyed. What just happened? For a second, you were surrounded by light, and we heard music, like the music of Elysium itself. I had a vision. I was in Elysium. The Azatas spoke to me. The adepts exchanged looks of astonishment. I swear it's a sign. A sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped us and protected Wallflower from the Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium besides Desna. But of course, there must be a reason for it. I'm so glad we met you, friend. And not just because I'd be suffering at the Inquisitor's hands right now if we hadn't, but also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you, no matter what. A plenty of Harwin's Inquisitors are simply moldy old hypocrites who have no compassion for the suffering of others. Anyone with a heart couldn't do the things they do. Canabris, what has become of you? I had another vision from our mysterious helper, but she said the same thing as before, about the attack on Canabris. Oh, and there we have it. We've unlocked the Azata Mythic Path, which I will not be going this playthrough. But that does help get another companion earlier than you normally would.
Follow if you dare.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
You're irrelevant.
Make every strike count.
Distract them from me.
Mind over muscle.
I'm off.
did you break another one of the straps on your armor? Here, let me show you another knot. It's just as good, but it won't fray so quickly.
Whoa, thanks. Show me that again.
We should move.
Alright, we need to buff up again.
I will help where I can.
Don't mind me.
Are we ready to move out?
All they took from me, I'll take back.
Alright.
Weapons, spells, poisons. The art of killing is so diverse these days. A shame one life is not enough to master them all.
Do this instead. Alright.
I am never wrong.
So let's go and get our buffs out. So we need Death Ward first. And freedom of movement. The enemy that we're about to fight has a gaze attack that applies enervation, so it drains your levels, and then they'll also cast Hold Person Mass.
I'm always ready.
And we don't want that.
Who, me?
Huh? Oh, yes, what?
Alright. We should be all set. Alright, here's the Nabasu.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We do want to use Smite Evil as soon as possible. I mean, we can try this. Yeah, Death Stealing Gaze. That'll drain your levels. It's a very nasty effect, and you see he's casting Hold Person Mass right now. Yeah, so that fight can go much, much worse than what it just did.
You should have listened to reason.
Hi, Sunshine, intercept that, please.
Time to share your treasures.
Strike! You should have run!
Into the fray!
I think this is the same description as when the Necromancer was here. The disfigured corpses are laid out in a neat pattern, in preparation for an unknown ritual. Yeah, like most fights in this game, if you're prepared to counter whatever creature you're about to fight, it's not very difficult. That's why I tend to just blanket buff once I get access to all my buffs. Because you never know what's around the next corner. Well, in a first playthrough anyway. Alright, so we got the Amulet of Devouring. Whenever the wearer of this amulet lands a killing blow with a natural attack, he gains temporary hit points equal to his character level for 1 minute. So that'd be fine on Obrig or, Sunshine. I'm gonna give it to Obrig for now, and then Sunshine... No, Lan would get the Swarmbane clasp. Alright, well I'm gonna call it here. Next time we can return to the Defender's Heart, and begin the assault in the Great Garrison. I don't think I missed... No, I went all the way around, so yeah. I think it's only the 2 spawn points for the Plagued Horses, and then the Rat Swarms. So, we should be done with everything in Act 1 except for the Great Garrison, and we'll begin that next time. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.